Our Christmas Confetti Soap will add a touch of festive cheer to hand washing this season. We're using a combination of transparent and white melt and pour soap base, red and green soap colorant, and hollyberry fragrance oil to create this fun confetti look. To make our Christmas Confetti Soap, you'll need the following: 400 grams of Stephenson's SLS-free melt and pour soap base, 900 grams of Stephenson's white SLS-free melt and pour soap base, isopropyl alcohol, 39 grams of Craftivator's hollyberry fragrance oil, 2 grams of Zenicolor in Passion, 2 grams of Zenicolor in Emerald, and Craftivator's Sahara Gold biodegradable chunky cosmetic glitter. You will also need the following equipment: a set of kitchen weighing scales, 1 large and 2 medium heat-proof jugs, small containers for your fragrance oil, 2 small pots for the Zenicolors, a sharp knife, 3 spatulas, cling film, and a spray bottle for your isopropyl alcohol. And finally, you'll need a loaf mold. We're using a 1.2 kilo loaf mold, a mold for your embeds. You'll need something that's able to hold 200 grams each for 2 different colored embeds, a grater, and a thermometer. First, weigh out all your ingredients, splitting the 400 grams of clear SLS soap base between your 2 heat-proof jugs. You may also find it helpful to measure out 12 grams of fragrance oil into 2 separate containers and the remaining 27 grams into a third container. We'll start by preparing the colored soap embeds for the confetti effect. First, take 1 jug of the clear soap base, cover with cling film, and melt in short bursts in the microwave until your soap base reaches approximately 65 degrees C. When the base has reached temperature, add 2 grams of the Emerald Zenicolor. Stir until fully combined. If any bubbles form from stirring, you can spray a little isopropyl alcohol to help disperse them. Now add 6 grams of the hollyberry fragrance oil. Stir until fully combined. Pour into your mold. Now we'll be repeating this process with the Passion colorant. Take your other jug of clear soap base, cover with cling film, and gently heat until the base reaches approximately 65 degrees Celsius. Add the 2 grams of Passion Zenicolor and stir to fully combine. Now add 6 grams of fragrance oil to the base and stir until it's fully combined. Spritz with isopropyl alcohol to disperse any bubbles and pour into your mold. Be sure to give your embed soaps plenty of time to completely cool to room temperature and allow it to harden to allow it to be grated. Once your embed soaps are fully set, grate them both. Mix the 2 colors together. If you find the grated pieces are sticking together, simply separate the clumps and leave them to dry out a little. Now place your grated soap into your loaf mold, spaced out as evenly as possible. Leave some bits in your bowl to be added to the top of your soap mold later. Next, cover your jug of white soap base with cling film and heat on short bursts until the soap melts and has reached about 65 degrees Celsius. Add the remaining 27 grams of fragrance oil and stir to fully combine. Place the cling film back over the melted soap base and allow the soap base to cool down to around 58 degrees Celsius or so. You want this to cool, otherwise when we pour it over the grated pieces, it will melt them. Spritz with isopropyl alcohol if you notice a skin is starting to form on your melted base. Take your loaf mold and spray the grated soap pieces with isopropyl alcohol to help the overpour run through the grated pieces more easily and to prevent air pockets. When the melted base reaches 58 degrees Celsius or below, it's ready to pour into your loaf mold on top of the grated pieces. You can tap the bottom and/or the sides of the mold to release any air pockets and spray with isopropyl alcohol if any bubbles are present. Finally, sprinkle over the leftover grated pieces into the top of your soap and finish off your soap with a sprinkle of gold glitter. Make sure you leave your loaf mold to fully cool and set. Once cooled, your soap is ready to unmold and slice. Your soap will be ready to use straight away. Confetti Soap. For more tips and tutorials, be sure to follow Craftivator's YouTube channel.